Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and here today we're going to be making salsa again. I already posted a salsa video. I call that my Everessence, everything in, best salsa in the whole world. But today we're just making what I call tomato salsa. Most people that buy small salsa, all it has is tomatoes in it and some sort of hot stuff. Sometimes maybe some onions. This one is going to be all tomatoes. And I'm going to show you what kind of tomatoes we're going to use and what kind of hot things we're going to put in there. I already made a ghost pepper hot salsa. And I put a whole jar because my ghost pepper production this year was terrible and my Carolina Reaper production was terrible. I live where that's not really growing. And after exhausting all the farmer markets and stores, I had to rely on this. Focus. Focus. Can you see? Let me, if I get out of the shot, it'll get it in focus. Good. There we go. Ghost pepper. They're flakes. So I put this in a crusher. I ground up some of them, and the rest of them I left as flakes, and I put it into my 12 liters of tomatoes and peppers and all kinds of stuff, and I made it, and I have 5 H's on top of the jar with an SH and a little red sticker going, don't eat this, and unless your eyelids, you want your eyelids to sweat and your forehead to sweat. And when someone talks to you, you go like this. They go, hey, Randy, how do you like that salsa? And you go, and they're like, what? And you go, and for some odd reason, you want to eat more. You just eat more. And then as you're eating more, they go, hey, how's the football game going? I go, the Bears are winning is what I just said, and the Bears did win. And, let me tell you, perfect hot sauce, perfect. But today we're not making ghost pepper, we're making habanero Thai chili. So, let's put that spice back over there. Let me take you into the kitchen and give you a little look of what we're doing. So, as we come around here, these are the tomatoes we're going to use. So, these are tomatoes I grew. Grew. That's right, we grew these tomatoes. So let's go down there. This is orange jazz, and we've seen this before. This is how they chop up. I've got all those there. I've got some there that I froze, and I have some more over there in a bag. But I need 12 liters, and I think I have enough. Also, look at these. Get some light in there. These are going to be the habaneros. I'm going to put habaneros in there, and I'm going to put Thai chili. And you can, I'm not wearing gloves. I will be wearing gloves when I chop these up, okay? Because I'm going to use the whole thing. But when you're just touching them like this, unless they're Ghost and Reaper, I don't have to worry about, wearing gloves. But if you're not used to handling hot things or eating hot things, please wear your gloves. So let's show you some chopping. Chopping is easy, as you can see, and this is just all there is to it. And these are big, huge, meaty tomatoes. Okay, and make sure you got a sharp knife. You don't cut your fingers. And didn't do that the way I normally do it because filming it and has to look bad. Okay, so you go like that and cut it how you want your chunks, right? Cut it how you want your chunks. Look how meaty this is. Look at this. Woo hoo hoo. Right? This is why I use a serrated knife. This one's a little on the right side, which is perfectly fine. I'm making salsa, so if they get crushed up a little bit, No big deal. I cut out these little heirloom tomatoes. Always have these little bumps in them, in the bottom and in the top, as you can see. But this one, see, there's still the green thing in there. Haven't gotten it out yet, but look at the size of that. And you always get these things on the bottom, and that's how you, well, that's not how you know they're heirloom, but heirloom tomatoes always have that. And heirloom tomatoes are big. This is one tomato. Look at this. Look how much is here. I can't believe it. This is a lot. That's a lot of tomato. So into the pot it goes. Let's see how good we do. So I hope you enjoy me cutting up tomatoes, because, well, we're gonna film a little bit of that. Move my coffee out of the way. So sometimes you get funny looking ones like this, and I just cut around like so. The cores, you gotta remember with heirlooms, the cores are very large. I'm very wasteful with my tomatoes because I got 250 pounds. So I'm kind of wasteful with them. But these little edges, they'll all soften up when you cook them. You know, you don't have to get rid of them. I need 12 liters. So that's the big thing for me. I need 12 liters. Cut these up quite quickly. So if you want a cutting lesson on how to cut, everyone goes like this and tries to hit the end, but it isn't. Top of the knife hits the knuckle. And that's how you cut quickly without cutting your fingers off. Warning, warning, don't cut your fingers off. These are a little big, so we'll go like that. And we got another one here. So you see it's got this green piece in there, we don't want that. So now you get to enjoy fast tomato cutting. Tomato here, I know it was kind of silent there, is going in for crushed because it's very, very ripe. I should have cut this up a little earlier, so it's going in there. But some of these are just massive. Look at that. Look how big these tomatoes are. Look at, it's just unbelievable. But this is going to be what I call a sweet and spicy salsa, but it's just gonna be tomatoes. It's gonna be crushed tomatoes and diced tomatoes. And I think I have enough of these wonderful orange jazz. And the reason I use a serrated knife, other people use other things, because when they're soft like this and you're trying to cut multiple layers that have already been cut, if they're moving, just nice slow little, like you're sawing, and you can hold them in place when finished dicing. Or you can do what other people do, and you can just dice them one slice at a time, but you're going to be here a long time. So I hope you enjoy the dicing of the tomatoes, Into the pot it goes. Oh yeah. By the time we get this done, it's going to be amazing. So, thank you very much for checking in so far. And we'll see you when we get to the habaneros. So you load them in. So I got the last of the tomatoes I want to crush. Got them in here, and you just to be clear, on, off. Don't run it. Don't go like this. Oh, let's, and then go make a phone call and sit down and come back. I want to get them crushed. I don't want to get them liquefied. See? So for your personal enjoyment. So they're all kind of mashed up, but that's what makes them wonderful. So everyone, we're back. Just wanted to let you know, just to see what these look like. And I'm gonna eat both of them right now. No, I'm not doing that. What do you think? I'm crazy? Okay, everyone says I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid. Alrighty, so we gotta pull the tops off like that, put them in the processor. So, let's do some speed. I'm gonna speed it up at 20 times. Here we go. Are you ready? Set. Go!
Hot, 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 hot. These are hot. I can't believe how hot. Spin, 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 spin. Do, 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 do. Oh, they're hot. Do, 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 do. Here comes chilies. Here comes chilies. Chilies, chilies, chili, chilies. Hot, hot, hot. Whoo, whoo, whoo. Fingers going hot.
Okay. We have done the habaneros and we've done the Thai chilies. And let's go around in a circle because we don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. I want to show you. Now, gloves, mask. I deal with these things all the time. They're just Thai chilies and habaneros. But even with that, I will hold them. Watch. So when you take them out of here, whoo, this happens. I want to show you what happens. Don't get too close. Don't smell this in. So you see, they're big. They didn't get chopped up. I stuffed too many in there. Ha ha, I did on purpose to show you. Don't add any liquid in these things when you do your habaneros, your Thai chilies, your ghost peppers, whatever they are. Don't put any liquid in there. Just put the peppers in there, but don't put too many of them in there. Put all the seeds in there. The seeds are good. But if you put too many, they won't go into little pieces, and you need them into little pieces. Now, if you noticed in the video, I did the habaneros 2-3 times. Actually took one out. Did you notice that? And this is how it turned out. See? Look at all the habanero. Let's see? That's all habanero on top there, orange jazz below. This is 12 liters. I have to get it to just above this rivet. Just above that rivet, and I will get 12 liters. Remember, I reduced it a little bit, and so I want to get my, oh geez, oh, earthquake is happening. Oh no, there's an earthquake. So, make sure you measure out. Measure out where your 12 liters is. I got 12 1-liter jars, which will show how I put them in the oven, get them up to temperature and do all that. And we got the canner coming. So I'm gonna finish off these Thai chilies, and then we'll show you the jar part and the canning part. And I'm gonna have to cook this for probably 4 or 5 hours. So that's gonna be later on today. And we'll see you when we start canning. Everyone, I got the tomatoes in there, I got the Thai chilies in there, and I got the habaneros in there. I have a few more orange jazz crushed I gotta put in there, but I wanna go over the spices. You're thinking tomatoes, habaneros? No. Garlic, onion, black pepper. I put 3 tablespoons of fresh ground black pepper in. I put in 2 whole cloves of garlic. And the garlic, when I say a whole, I mean one of these. Okay? Now I cheated. I bought the pre-peeled and diced them and threw them in there. Okay? Usually just buy them like this because I can get 3 for $1. or somewhere around there, and spend the time peeling them. But the pre-peeled ones, they're just as good, and it saves a ton of time. 6 onions, did go diced up onions, medium, white, not the yellow ones, the white ones. I like the white ones in my salsa, and black pepper. And I want to show you, a lot of people say, Randy, I'm putting fresh ground pepper in my salsa or something I'm doing. What's the setting? What do you mean, what's the setting? Well, you're making salsa, so maybe you don't have a little miniature grinder like this, or maybe you have a bigger grinder, but it has a setting on it. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different settings. I put it on the second one, not the first one, the second one. And I ground up, and I put in 3 tablespoons in 12 liters. And let me tell you, I'm sitting here, and I'm going like this for quite some time. Now, I know what 3 tablespoons looks like because I've done this 100 times. So, but when I first did it, I grounded it on. I measured the tablespoon. I dumped it in. I saw how it is. It doesn't have to be perfect, people. A little bit extra pepper isn't going to hurt. A little less pepper isn't going to hurt. A little extra garlic isn't going to hurt. I put in 4 cloves once, and whoo! Vampires were not coming around my house when we ate this, let me tell you. But 2 worked pretty well for 12 liters. Remember, 12 liters. 2 full ones. A couple extra, don't worry about it. 3 tablespoons. A little extra, don't worry about it. Onions, okay, same thing. So you got to remember to put those in there. And my nose is starting to run because I stuck my head in the pot after I dumped those Thai chilies in there. Remember, you know, wear a mask, wear gloves, and wear protective eyewear, okay? Protective eyewear. If you go anything above a ghost pepper or anything above a habanero, seriously, people, seriously, it can be crazy. So, next up, got to get the jars. Once I get the jars, we'll show you how to do those. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're at the jar stage. So now what? What do we do? So we're going to talk about a few tools of the trade. One, I use a double boiler to heat up my salsa. There are a lot of people that just boil it direct. But I have a habit of burning it on the bottom all the time. So I went to the double boiler. So the first thing you need is a double boiler. That makes sense. And then you need a pressure cooker. It's obvious. Those things are obvious. I mean, I can show you what they, well, let's show you just in case you don't know. So, see, there's my pressure cooker right there. Whoops. Pressure cooker. Got the gauge, got the there you go. 12 pounds, 10 minutes, tomatoes are ready. Second, my double boiler. Double boiler. I just use an old canning pot because I have a pressure cooker now. There's my 12 liter of salsa. It just says to get up to cooking temperature, and it's ready to go. And you don't have to be fancy. I mean, I'm gonna buy a fancy double boiler pot. My real job is selling real estate, so, you know, this is a side job. You know, making salsa, giving it to people, and watching them sweat. Wow. Like I'm a little bit of a psychopath. What do you think? Anyways, this tool right here. This is a single jar lifter. Okay? And it's great. You grab your jars when they're hot, and I'm back. 1 liter jar, right? You're gonna clean these. Anyways, see? Grabs one, perfect. Little, you know? So when you take it out of the canner, you grab it with this, you put it in with this. Remember, when you fill these jars are gonna be 220 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius. And the reason I'm using Fahrenheit is my wife likes to cook in Fahrenheit, so her stove is in Fahrenheit, otherwise it'd be in Celsius because I'm a Celsius guy. Anyways, gotta clean the jars. Hot, soapy water. Rinse them. Stick them in your oven. So let's go take a look at that. But first, you need a single grip jar. And that works on all kinds of jars. The next tool you need is this little guy. And this little guy is the greatest little tool. It has a little magnet on the end. And this is the greatest little tool. I mean, I can't tell you how long we went sticking the fingers in boiling water, okay, to get the lids out. But, as you can see, oh, no, I'm not doing that. I'll be right back. I'm back. And you take your lids and you put them in boiling water. Okay, put them in the water. Look at this little guy. So when you're done, and you got to put your lids on your jar, which I'm going to show you. This guy just, ta-da! Take this, takes out one, puts it on the jar. It's the greatest thing ever, and I can't believe how many years we went without buying this simple little lid lifter for $1.99. Can you believe that? Next thing you know, the next thing you need is one of these. I cannot tell you how old this is because I got it from my mother when she passed away in 1999, and I took it. My family doesn't know it, but I took it. We used it on the farm. You put this in the jar. You got your hot jar. You put this in, put the stuff in here, goes into the jar. Wow, doesn't that make it easy? No spilling. Still got to wipe the lid of the jar. Next thing you need, one of these. This is a 1 liter measuring cup, and the only reason I say you need one of these is every now and then you need to add water to your double boiler. Mine isn't sealed up, so just pour it down the side. And 2, your pressure cooker takes exactly 3 liters of water. 3 liters, not 4, not 2, 3. So 1 liter container. Okay, simple, right? So got to get to cleaning the jars and getting them in the oven, and then we'll fill them up. I'm back. We're at the jar stage. So I washed the jars, hot soapy water. I rinsed them, hot water. A little too hot far as I'm concerned. Now I'm going to put them in my oven. And you're going to see here, I'm going to put them in the oven. See, there's the oven. And I'm going to put them in the oven. A lot of people don't do this. Some people do it differently. Some people use their sanitizing on the dishwasher. But I put them in my oven. My oven is up to temperature because it just beeped. Don't worry about water dripping out of the jars and all that kind of stuff. It's really irrelevant. You're putting it in the oven. Here. And it's all going to evaporate. So I'm hoping to get 12 jars of salsa. And if I do, every one of these will be full and canned. Don't touch your oven rack. It's hot. Slide her in. Close the door. Thank you very much. The jars are in. The lids all washed with hot water and everything. And you're ready to go. So you're ready to go. Now you just got to get your salsa up to temperature. So you can hear it boiling. You can hear it going away. I need to get this up to temperature. Remember, I crushed some tomatoes, and when you crush tomatoes in a food processor like I did, a food processor, sometimes you get some big chunks, and when you're stirring it up, getting it up to temperature, you find those chunks, and you got to chop up little pieces and throw them back in. Anyways, next up, putting the salsa in the jars. Okay, everybody, this is where the planning stage comes in. I'm ready to pull my jars out of the oven. Hear that boiling? The double boiler put the 3 liters of water in, and vinegar, white vinegar, that helps with the hard water. And don't forget, vinegar in your salsa, okay? 3-4 tablespoons of white vinegar in your salsa. Do not forget that. Anything you do with tomatoes needs white vinegar. Anyways, gotta have a plan. You got your jars, you got your lids, you got your double boiler, you've got your salsa or tomato sauce, whatever you're making, and you gotta be ready to go. And you gotta be ready to go. Can't be laggy-dagging around. If you're gonna do this, you gotta do it. Jars, stuff, lids, canning. Can't be hanging it around. Otherwise, you get bacteria. And that'll create botulism with your tomatoes and kill you dead. So, there's my warning. Please Just to let you know, I put a little too many Thai chilies in because I just tasted it and it's a little on. I wanted a sweet and savory. I got kind of sweet, savory, hot. Not super hot, but hot. Anyways, here's the jars. Here comes the jars! Okay, you got the jars. I just used some paper towel that's a little wet. And you gotta make sure you wipe the top, okay? And this little thing gets your lid. Watch. These lids are boiling. Now I only did 7 jars because that's all that fits in the canner. And if that's all that fits in the canner, that's all you do at a time. So I put the salsa back on the stove.
Do 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 do.
Now let's go over to the double boiler. See the double boiler? I brought the water up to temperature. Get my trusty thing. And this is where you win with the jars. You just pick them up and put them in. And that's all there is to it. Well, let's get these in here as fast as we can. We don't want them hanging around. We don't want anything to happen to them. We don't want any kids coming by. We don't want any friends coming by. You don't want anything coming by. You want to get these in the canner. And you want to get these in the canner now. No screwing around. Canner holds 7. Get your lid. Snap. There we go. I had the water boiling. I turned it down, put all my stuff in there, turned it back up, starting to boil again. And if you can see, because the water was already boiling before I started, look at that. We're already at 3.5 pounds. This is gonna go, get a close up, 12 pounds of pressure, which is right there at my elevation, 10 minutes. Then you let her cool on down. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to Randy's Salsa Show. Hopefully it's helpful and informative on how you have to do this. Get it up to 12 pounds, 10 minutes. I'm above 2,000 feet, okay? But below 6,000 feet, so that's what I gotta do. There's a book, follow it. Don't cheat to the minute, to the second. Just do it right. And once that's done, turn the heat off. Let the pressure go down on its own. Do not help it. Do not play with it. Do not take this rocker arm off. Do not do any of that. Just let it go down. The little metal thing will go bloop. Then you know the pressure's done. Take your jars out, and I put the next batch in right away. Take those jars out. I have my other jars ready to go in. I time it and go, okay, it's about ready. I fill up all my jars, put the lids on. I take those ones out, put the other ones in, and boom. Now get it back up to temperature in another 10 minutes. Have a great day. We hope to see you around. Give me some comments and let me know what you think. Do not put 48 Thai chilies in this batch like I did. 20 habaneros, 20 Thai. Would have been perfect. Wanted a medium, mild salsa. Ended up with almost a hot. Just how it goes sometime. But I'm gonna eat it, every last little bit of it. Bear game on. Talk to you soon. Hey everybody. Hope you liked my salsa making video. I'm just here for the little bit of update on how everything turned out. One, I did buy myself a double boiler. A really nice 16-liter double boiler. So I always get 12 liters of salsa when I do it. Now, you also saw the boiler. This is a pressure canner, okay? Gives me that, you know, get it up 12 pounds pressure, 10 minutes, done. But you don't necessarily need to do that. You can also just do a normal water canner. So, hey, they're cheap. Okay, this one's 40 years old. That's how long we have it. It only holds 7 jars. It can hold 10 little ones, but only 7 of the 1 liters is all it really do. So I do it 6 at a time because I'm making 12 batches, a 12-liter batch, 6 and 6. 6 in here and 6 in the other one if I really want to. If you're gonna water bath your salsa, tomatoes, whatever you're doing, I put them in here 40 minutes and then I pull them out. Seal every time, pretty simple. So there's an update. This Blue Beauty. So the recipe down below is for Blue Beauty salsa, mild. That's what the recipe is for. You make it exactly like that. That's a beautiful, mild salsa recipe. I put lots of extra things in mine. A lot of people love it. Some people don't, they're purists, but that's okay. Put in the jar what you want for tomatoes and how you want the tomatoes in there. The spices is what makes the salsa. And the Blue Beauty tomatoes and the Orange Jazz tomatoes. Making them with other tomatoes just doesn't taste the same. I also made this spaghetti sauce, my own personal beautiful spaghetti sauce, 500 milliliter jar. Does perfect for 2 people. What more could you ask for? And last but not least, as you saw in the video, this right here. It's even got to kind of mix it up. It's kind of separated on me a little bit. This is the habanero Thai chili ghost pepper. Holy man, this is not medium. As I said in the video, I was hoping for medium. This is after cooled down, put away, tried it a month later. Holy man, it's the hottest salsa I ever made. My eyelids water. If I'm wearing my glasses, they fog up on the inside. Now that's hot salsa. So thank you for tuning in for this little update. Hopefully you've got your canners and your jars and your lids and make it. It's pretty easy to do. And remember, the one thing I don't talk about, and you'll see it in the recipe, always white onions. Never anything else but large white onions. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the future.